Have fun, guys. But stretch. Although I can't see you, I hope you continue to stretch with me. Yep. Okay. Have the chair if you need any modifications. I have mine right here. I've got the rope to stretch my hamstrings out. Roll your shoulders. And pull those shoulders back. So bring them up, back, and down. Okay, up, back, down. And now bring those elbows up and pull them back. Pull them back. Lift them up, back, and around. Let's just start with one of them. I typically alternate on something like this, but just feel that rotator cuff, feel the chest open up. Okay, straighten it out now. If we alternate, we might lift ourselves off the floor. We're getting so strong. I went swimming today. Let's switch now. I went swimming this morning. I don't know, Leslie, I didn't see your name, but I thought of you because I was right next to your lane. But it felt good to get back in the water. Okay, here we go. Arm around, but I wanted to say that I felt pretty strong given I was just been cycling and doing my classes with you guys. So it's a real important thing to think about. When you cross train, you're still keeping the muscle development. It's wise to change it up. It's wise to go from hiking to cycling, cycling to swimming, or water aerobics, and of course our class, my class, foundation, swing side to side. Okay, now we're gonna take our arms and now we're gonna go at the same time, okay? You can make small circles back here, but what you wanna do is promote the distance behind you, okay? That's the whole reason of this, okay? And now I'm gonna go up higher, all the way up. That's hard, especially if we do it at the same time. There's no rotation of your body. All right, swing them side to side. Side to side. If you felt a little fatigue, it was probably from yesterday. We worked our chest. Okay, now put your hands on your knees. What you're gonna slide down. I'm not feeling hardly any stretching right now, but now when I round my back like an angry cat, I'm gonna drop my head. Deep breath in. Exhale and press that belly towards the floor. Lift your head up. Don't hyperextend too far at dawn. I don't want you to get your neck bothered. But you should look at least straight ahead to the camera. Some of you can go up to the ceiling. Let's do it one more time. Tuck that chin in. Round your back from the tailbone all the way up. Drop the head. Deep breath in. Exhale. As you press that belly down towards the floor, okay? All right, relax the hands, just set them on top of your leg, and now straighten one out and rotate that mid back, okay? Other side, other side. Open that, not really opening anything. We are rotating and getting a nice stretch in those lats. We're trying to lengthen. Arms up over the head, interlock your fingers. Put your feet a little bit more under your hips or at least shoulder width. Come back down. Arms back up over the head, interlock your fingers. Now raise your ribs up high. Get them away from your hips. Deep breath in. Exhale as you release your hands and come down. Up here. Make X's down here and X's up here, okay? That's what we do when we're on the roadside. Hey, I'm over here. Or lost in the woods. Reach. Reach. Okay, let's start to use hips. What we're gonna do is we're gonna push our hip. You can see all I'm doing is I'm pushing my hip towards the one side of the screen, back to the center, and the other side. Okay? Now, bend forward all the way till you feel that stretch. Keep your hands on your hips. And now come up and press those hips forward, okay? Feel that stretch here in those hip flexors. If you squeeze your glutes, that stabilizes that low back. So let's try that again. Squeeze the glutes, press your hips forward. Okay, release. Hands together, come down now towards the floor. See if you've made any improvement of your flexibility. And then come back up. Arms over the head. Bring your feet a little closer now. I have my hands interlocked, fingers, I'm sorry. And now I've got a side bend. Back to the center, other side. Let's go 2 more times on each side. 2 more times on each side. Here we go, other side. Okay, 1 more time. What I'm doing is I'm trying to focus here, like in those ribs and in my waist. That's where I'm feeling the stretch. Open those hands up, palms down, feet together, come down, sweep the floor with those fingers, and come up, reach up high, back down, sweep those fingers onto the floor, reach up high. 1 more time, okay? Try to keep your back as flat as possible. I'm gonna do a side profile. So I come down, do you see how flat my back is? When I hit my hands get close, then I fold, okay? Coming up, soft bend in the knees. Sorry, I probably should have told you that earlier. Oh, and there we go. All right, let's move the hips now. Okay. You're trying to get your knees as high as you can without dipping. That's a dip, okay? So I'm trying to not dip, keep my spine neutral as I'm just using those hips, okay? This is straight plane, normal flexion. Now we're gonna go into rotation. Just like the shoulder, I'm gonna go to one side, okay? So we're gonna rotate, foot's going back and around. Okay, I'm going the other way, same hip. Build that endurance. We're working on balance and range of motion, all that good stuff. 1 more. Okay, other way, other head, or other leg, I should say. Okay, let's go the other way. So your foot starts in front and swings around back. Oops. Speaking of balance, it's always necessary to keep it all over otherwise. Okay, let's go 1 more. Okay, now something I don't think I've ever done this for you guys, but we're gonna do an old-fashioned swing. So you can hold on, I'm gonna hold on to my cabinet. It doesn't matter if it's the inside, but what I'm doing is I'm just swinging my leg, and I want it to feel smooth, lengthening of the hip flexor, mainly, okay? Don't jerk it. Okay, it's forward and back. I'm not trying to rotate at all. Okay, other side. There's no effort in this. Nothing should be tired. It should just feel good to take the weight off that leg and let all of this relax and feel that hip open up. Okay, all right. Stay holding on to something unless you want to work on that balance. And now we're just going to rotate that ankle. Go the other way. Rewind. Circle it the other way. All right, let's do the other one. Circle, just remember which way you go. Other way, rewind. Big circles. Don't think it's got to go fast. Really point that toe. Perfect. Swirl, okay? All right, now pick that knee up and go as high as you can. Alternating. If you have to put your back up against something, to stabilize, that's fine. Okay, now this is going to take some time for some of you because I know how you have to grab that foot and whether you hook it up to something or hold on to something. But let's get a stretch in those quads. We're stretching everything twice today. I try to do that, but I'm making a point of telling you so you know and recognize top to bottom. You have to do this on your own. Some of this will come back to you. Okay? I'm alternating. You can hold the stretch. The longest you ever want to really hold a stretch is for 30 seconds. You got to release it because otherwise it'll bring too much tension. And that's why I move that leg around when we're stretching our hamstrings on the floor. Okay, bring those legs wide again and stretch out that inner thigh, alternating. You don't like the bounce, just stay there, breathe through it, and switch sides. Center. I'm gonna go one more time because I think it's 5 on each side. Not that I'm counting. Okay, in this position, I'm gonna back up so you can see my feet. I'm gonna rotate them in. So I'm gonna be pigeon-toed. If that immediately feels funny on your knees or your hips, then don't do it. But for most of you, you should be fine. Try to squeeze the glutes and press forward. Okay, press those hips towards the screen. Okay, now keep them tucked in and now come down. And you're gonna walk out a little bit if you can, or you're gonna hold on to the chair. But what I want you to feel is a little bit more calf muscle on that stretch, okay? So let's review that. So my toes are tucked in. I'm gonna bring the chair over so you understand that it's not necessary that you just use gravity to hold yourself up or down. But so my toes are tucked in. And now I'm coming down and I'm using the chair to help me, or I'm using all my body weight, okay? Either way, what you're doing is you're pushing your hips way back, tucking those toes in, and you should feel a nice stretch to the outside of those calf muscles, okay? Come up, squeeze the glutes, and press those hips forward, okay? Now, the same thing, we're gonna do one leg at a time. So my toe is turned in. Let's see, you can see. So my toe is turned in, and this foot is going forward, and now I am stretching, okay? I wanna keep that ankle, the heel down, and my front leg is bent, okay? So I'm really trying to push that knee down, or that heel down. My knee is straight, and we're gonna do the other side, okay? I'll tip this a little bit better. Okay, so I'll be square so that you can see that I'm lined up. So my toes turned in, and this foot, sorry. See, mine has been backward. Turned in, and now I'm pressing forward. Okay? It's just kind of twisting that hip internally to get a stretch to the outside, and also trying to get you to, and what this will do is this is going to help us with those squats. So now, go ahead and bring your toes towards the screen. Everything's lined up. What I want you to do, the chair's fine if you need to hold on to something. What I want you to do is come down and get a stretch. You want to sit into those hips, okay? I'm going to go all the way down. And then I'm going to come up. All right. Well, guys, I think that was plenty to start before we get down to doing our core. So we're going to do, let's see here. We're going to do a few walk downs and walk ups. So you can put your feet about the width of the mat, walk out, keep your heels down. Okay, the minute the heels go down is when you stop or come up. So if your heels come up, stop in that position. Okay, keep them down, trying to nail those heels to the mat. Okay, you can use the chair to walk up, but just make sure that it's up against something. Okay, raise up on the tiptoes now and drive those heels down. Okay, we're going to walk out further, and we're going to step forward. See how wide I'm stepping forward though? Okay, and the other side. Okay, you're going to sit down, kneel down I should say, and then sit on your feet into the child's pose. That feels good on my back after swimming. Okay, now I'm going to tuck my feet under for my toes. I'm going to pop myself up, and I'm going to try to drive my heels to the back and onto the floor. So here I go. Pop my hips up, put my heels down, let my head relax, and just push my hip bones up towards the ceiling, keeping my heels as flat as possible. Okay, I'm going to step forward. And the other side, step forward. And go down onto my knees and into the child's pose. Okay, hands and knees now. Put a little cushion on your knees if you need it. All right, so now we're going to do a little thoracic rotation. So I'm in that position, hands and knees, my wrists right under my shoulders. I'm going to try to keep my neck neutral. I might a few times look at the screen to make sure I'm still in that, I'm still on, I'm still live and haven't froze. So what we're going to do is what we've done in the past, but we're going to not alternate, go 5 on each side, okay? There's 2 for me. The only thing lifting off is this hand, and it's going up towards the ceiling. If it just goes to the wall, that's fine. But if you can take it all the way up, that's just more range of motion. Go to the other side after you've gotten 5. And there's my 5. Sit back into the child's pose. Guys, I'm going to surprise you with the plank. So we're going to go on the elbows for the plank, okay? Have your hands open. Don't let your hands come to that triangle shape, okay? So here we go. It's just going to be 30 seconds. My attention span is about 30 seconds. But it's great just to recognize that 30 seconds is nothing. Suck it in. Make the abdominals work harder than anything else, okay? We just got 10 more seconds. All right, you're going to come up onto the hands and knees. And you're going to do a Superman, okay? Get that left leg straight, right arm, and reach. Okay? While that left leg is there, we're going to do a little brain exercise. This right hand is going to come down and back up, okay? Keep that left leg solid, okay? Even take that hand and feel that hip and recognize, oh, I've popped up. Drive it to being very much level with that other hip What this is doing, this is backloading those glutes. Now bend that leg. Bend it and keep reaching. Reach and then tuck that hand in, touch that hip. You should feel your abdominals now. You should feel your hamstrings. And you should really feel that tummy. I have no idea. That was probably about 30 seconds worth. We're going to do the other side. So extend that leg. I'm not worried about what the foot's doing. Extend that left arm. Keep that right leg up and just start moving that left hand. Maybe this will help stabilize our back when we are moving around functionally, and our back is going to stay nice and neutral and stable because our butt muscles are so strong, right? Reach with that left hand reach, and then tuck it in, touch that hip, check in with it. All right, bend that right knee, flex the foot now. Okay, and start reaching again. Feel that hamstring, feel those glutes or abdominals. Okay, go back into that plank, 30 seconds, here we go. About 2 minutes worth, yeah. Okay, 30 seconds here. Open up those hands. Make sure that you feel those muscles between the shoulder blades. Fill it out. Don't let the shoulder blades touch. Suck in that tummy. Got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to roll over onto our back. Oh. All right, check in with your neck, tuck it in, tuck that chin in. Pick up those legs, tabletop, and you're just gonna bring them forward and back. Let's loosen up that low back. Put your fingers on your tummy and feel those abdominals contract. One more. All right, hold those legs at tabletop and extend that leg, lower it, and then bring it up. Extend, lower. Keep the small of your back down. Dig those fingers into your belly. Make sure they're firing. Okay, now hold those hands into your knees, okay? And you're gonna drive them in, alternating. You see the small movement of my feet. What I'm doing is I'm digging my knee in to my hands that are completely straight. If there's a bend, you're not gonna feel it as much, okay? And what this is doing, bring your feet down. Oh, what it did for me is it took that lower quadrant of my abdominals right where it meets that hip. And that's where I felt it, and I hope you felt it there too. Okay, lengthen that out. So straighten out those legs. Arms are over the head, interlock your fingers. Deep breath in, exhale. Out your mouth. Tuck that chin in. All right, you guys ready for more abs? I am. All right, let's start with that one that's tabletop. Kind of caught you by surprise, I bet. Arms are straight, okay? And we're digging our feet in. We're gonna alternate, digging our knees into the heel of your hand. And it's a small movement. While you're doing this, we'll be multitaskers. We're gonna tuck our chin into our chest to get a nice stretch of our neck at the same time. And the wonderful thing about an abdominal exercise like this is we're not pulling up on the head at all. Small of your back should be down. All right, let's complement this with the elbow to knee, okay? Opposite. Okay. Keep going. I looked at my watch. We're gonna go for a minute. You guys have that endurance now. I know you do. I recognized almost everybody's name on there. So I know nobody's stopping. You can modify, but don't stop. And I'm sure some of you are like, oh, let's go more. Let's go 90 seconds. Not today. I'm already feeling it. Let's see here. We are more than halfway, okay? You should feel it because it was the first one we did. Should have been really hard. Make this one look easy. 10 seconds. And there's our 60 seconds. Oh my. Maybe it was the swim this morning that got me. I hope it got me. I hope it got you guys. I'm not slacking for you. All right, let's bring our hips up and press those hips up as high as you can. If you cannot feel your glutes squeeze, then lower it. You've gone up too high and you're using too much back. So, but try to use the rear. Okay, and let's get that range of motion in our ankles by lifting our toes up. Tuck that chin in, stay neutral in that neck. Those shoulders are down. You can even put your hands flat. Everything's all nice and tucked in. The only thing we feel is the burning of our shins coming up and down. Okay, come on down. Roll your knees up into your chest. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we're gonna roll over onto our side. And we have 1 more minute of crunches, or I'm sorry, core, and it's gonna be that side plank. So I'm gonna go on my elbow, and I'm gonna stack my feet, and I'm gonna lift up. Okay, and on the 20, so we're coming up. This arm can come up, and I really don't want you to twist. I want you to just stay there, okay? Stay still, don't let the wind blow you over, but I want you to feel right here. Side, handle, hip. Ten more seconds. That hip up. Looks like I'm slacking, but it's just my shirt. See, I'm up. Okay, there's my 30 seconds. I'm gonna go the other side and just turn over. Make your way up there. See, it's like to have a little cushion. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, here we go. What this is doing right now is we're so in tune with those abdominals right now that this has given us a chance to strengthen up the low back on each side too. That's what I like about the side plank. It is hard. It's more hard for me with my back and keeping it stable than it is for my abdominals. And that's just personal. Don't be telling anybody. Just kidding. Just meaning that everybody's bodies are different. And for my left side, that tends to be my weaker side. So I like the side plank to isolate that one side. All right, find your rope, towel, strap, band, whatever you have. We are going to stretch out those calves, that outside part, and the just general overall calf. I think we're good. I don't have to move that down at all. I'll move this out of the way so I can see a little bit better of the screen. So I'm going to start with my left leg. Doesn't matter. You know, I'm going to switch. So this rope, now the rope is kind of rolls. That's what's nice about having the yoga strap. But I'm putting it on the ball of my foot so I can steer and pull that toe towards my shoulder. So line it up. And focus on that. Don't focus so much on the hamstring right now, but focus on that calf and the back of your knee. I don't want pins and needles back there. If you do, slightly bend or back off the stretch, okay? Because you can even back off that stretch and pull the toe towards the knee, towards the hip, towards the shoulder. Same side. Okay, back off that stretch. Give it a rest. Put this other leg down. Now you're gonna torque it. You're gonna turn it, the big toe to the inside, and then bring it to the opposite shoulder. No further over the mat, and feel that stretch. Now hamstring into the side of your leg. Okay, if you're not feeling it, back off and go ahead and lower it, and then pull. Might be where someone might say, uncle. Uh-oh. Nope, Champ. There you go. See, I got him trained well. If he barks, he puts this in his mouth. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Okay, let's take it. Put it on your arch now. Champ, they went. Come back here. Come back. Back, lining up that foot to the same side. Okay, now back up that stretch. Now we're going to go all the way over. No, no, lay down, lay down. They're gone. So we're getting that stretch. I'm feeling it up higher into the glute. If I pull though, I'm going to get my hands on. All right, Champ, you get to. No. Okay, bend your knee now. Bend your knee and let that leg drop all the way to the floor. Hey, hey. Stop. 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 Hold. Try to get that knee to touch the floor on that side. Bend that knee far enough. Okay, bring it back. Now we're going to go all the way to the other side to get that inner thigh. Hold on to it. Don't let it drop though, okay? Hold on to it. Pull on that, right where the arch is. Pull, and then go for that inner thigh stretch. Neighbors walking their dogs. That's what happened. That's when he barked. Sorry about that, guys. I'm selfish and didn't want to lose my stretch. Okay, let's switch sides. So on the ball of your foot, put on the ball of your foot. Here we go. And drive that toe down towards the knee. I have this right side, I get a little tighter in this calf. So I love it when I get this stretch in. It loves it. Pull. Again, if you get that pins and needles in the back of the knee, go ahead and just soften that that bend. Don't keep it completely locked. Okay, I'm going to back off that stretch and I'm going to internally rotate that foot. Just put this foot down and bring it to the opposite shoulder. Breathe through that stretch. All right, guys. Now let's just focus on hamstring. Put that rope or the strap onto your arch and take it over to the. Actually, wait. We're going to go back, line it back up to the regular or the same side shoulder. Keeping that leg down. Bend that knee a little bit so you can get more range. Okay, back off that stretch. Now we're going to take it over to about 3 feet above. You probably didn't hear me say that because Mr. Champ was barking. chomp. Okay, feel IT band all the way down. For some of you, you might feel it as low as the knee, but mostly it's up high or that hamstring, that lateral head of the hamstring. Soften that bend of the knee, bend it a little bit more, and pull. Don't let it go to the floor yet. Okay, now bend it, let it go to the floor, relax those hands, and see if that knee can touch the other side. Try to keep your knuckles on the floor so you know that your shoulders are as far back as they can go. You take them away from your waistline, up almost over your shoulder, you're going to feel even more of a stretch, which feels great. Okay. Good stretch all day. All right, let's bring it back. We got that inner thigh to do. Try to keep that leg straight, the one that's on the floor, and your toe up, and then you should really feel. Pull, put some tension on that towel or strap so you really feel that inner thigh, but also that inner head of the hamstring. If you just let it fall all the way to the floor, you're not going to get that stretch. There's got to be some kind of a pull on it or tension on that strap. Okay? All right, bend that knee, bring it back. Let's put both feet now on the band or strap that you have in the arch, okay? And then just pull with put the knees in a little bit of a bent position and pull. What this is doing, now be careful if you have disc problems, because if you bend too far and load it, you're gonna irritate that disc. So you want to keep your sacrum on the floor. So don't curl it too much. You're just trying to get that stretch in the back of those legs, high up into the glutes. Okay? All right, let's take that rope, put it away. Reach to the inside and grab your ankles, pulling your knees apart with your elbows. See if you can get the bottoms of your feet to touch. Tuck that chin in. Okay, put your feet down and then just let those knees open, feeling the stretch in that inner thigh. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a few chin tucks. So let that chin go up towards the ceiling and then tuck it in, keeping your head on the mat. So it's almost like you're rubbing a bald spot on the back of your head because you're rotating. You're lifting that chin up and you're tucking it in, okay? We are multitasking here, stretching the neck and stretching the inner thigh, okay? All right, bring those legs together. And now you're just gonna have your hands out to your side, away from your side, and rotate those knees side to side. You can stay on one side, count to 10. I try to get 2 breaths in if I'm going to do it that way. So then the other side, or just keep rotating back and forth, but I'm going to hold this stretch. Taking 2 deep breaths. Okay, bring those legs back. Now we're going to bring our legs and extend them. Just let them go straight, okay? What you're going to do here is you're actually going to contract your thighs, okay? You're going to contract them, flexing your feet, bringing your toes towards the knees, squeezing those quads, getting the backs of your knees to go towards the floor, okay? And release. Okay, we're going to do it again. Keep that chin, or that head neck neutral. Contract those thighs. Flexing your feet. Try to get your heels off the floor. And bring that right knee into your chest. Switch, left knee into the chest. All right, let's stick with this left leg. We're gonna do the figure 4 stretch now. Now, what I did is I prepped those hips to allow you not to feel this in the inside, but only on your glutes and the hamstring. So the figure 4 stretches for that piriformis, which is that muscle that we're sitting on. Playing bridge, Miss Diane. There might be a few others out there that play bridge too. It's not just you. But this is a good stretch for that. And you could actually do it while you're sitting in a chair. And let's switch. If you hold it too long, you might feel it too much in the inside, but let's not hold it, overstretch it, but just stretch that piriformis. Okay, bring it down. Do a few more neck stretches while we're here. So we did our cervical tilt, which is gliding that chin into our chest. Okay, we've done that. Now we're just going to rotate and turn it. And then you're going to take that. If you're going to turn left, take your right hand and just put a little pressure on your cheek and try to put a little pressure to get a stretch in the neck. And you're gonna go the other way. Don't lift your head up, just let it slide, okay? I promise you're not gonna rub a hole or a bald spot on the back of your head. And that should feel good. And then back to the center. Interlock your fingers behind your head, lift it up. Go ahead and put your feet down for more of a stretch, and then tuck that chin in, pulling your head up. And bring it back down. Bring both knees into your chest. Bring your head up. All right, we're gonna roll our whole body to the side. My hands are gonna be touching. Here, let me do it this way so you see me. Okay, I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna let my fingernails touch, my knuckles touch, my elbow, and I'm gonna bring it back, okay? We're gonna have so much range of motion today, guys. We're gonna be able to do anything. I'm gonna go one more time. I'm doing 5 on each side. I just held that first one a little long. And the other side now, switch. I said, we're getting our bodies, the whole top to bottom, stretched at least twice. Okay, now we're gonna roll up. And we're gonna do that runner stretch next. I will face the camera for this one. So, what is that? Put that right foot forward. My knee is on the mat, okay? I'm pressing, I'm moving my whole body forward. I'm not letting my knee go over my toe though. I can still look down and I still see my shoelaces. Okay, I'm gonna back off that. I'm gonna stretch out the hamstring. Go back this way. I'm gonna curl my back toe under and lift up, okay? So now I'm pressing down into my hips. My weight and my gravity is really getting that stretch. I'm leaning a lot on this leg, okay? My hands are down. Now I'm gonna put that knee down. I'm gonna stretch it out, okay? Now we're right here. I've got Bent knee in the front, bent knee in the back. My hand is on the floor, and I'm gonna open up. Okay, I'm gonna open up this way. That's a harder stretch. And now I'm gonna tip that knee out. Don't think I'm gonna remember it on the other side. I probably won't, but let's hope. Okay, let's switch. As you know me, I'm all improv. Stretch, okay? A lot of that weight. Look down, look for the shoelace. Do not let, that means that ankle is not under the knee, okay? That is lined up. Okay, stretch the front leg, straighten it out. Feel the back of the leg. Well stretched, okay? The weight is in that front leg. I'm gonna pop that knee up off my blanket. And there I am. Okay, I'm on my toes back there. Hands down, that knee down. We're gonna go a little twist. The hard one. Oh my. Twist. Now what did we do? Oh, tip the knee out. That's what we did. Okay, one more stretch of that hamstring here. Tuck it back. We're gonna go side child poses, okay? So I'm gonna go to the left side first. My outside arm is gonna go to the front, and I'm gonna drag my hand as I sit into my feet. Okay, tuck that ear into that inside of the arms. Okay, let's go to the other side. Okay, little angry cat. Old cow, angry cat. Let the head drop. All right, I'm gonna curl my toes under. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna walk my hands to my feet. You can see my knees are bent. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna roll my shoulders. Roll in the shoulders. There we go. Roll the shoulders, okay? Drop your ear to the shoulder down. Back to the center and the other side. Okay, as your ears to the shoulder, pretty safe to just tuck that chin in and kind of glide, floss that neck all on the side. Okay, let's try it on the other side. You're actually looking down. The ear is a little bit over there. Okay, hands together and bring those elbows together. We're touching it. Come up as far as you can. And then peel them apart. Okay, and then I'm unmuting. Okay, and then bring your elbows up. Apart. So it's not my dog that's the only one that's barking. Oh my goodness. But what a trick I have. I just give him a stuffed animal and it's like half the volume because that dog can bark so loud. All right, guys, we're done.